I may not be rich, but I am definitely not rich with money. But I am definitely rich with the understanding of how to put on a tie. Now, you can never really learn certain things unless you have certain things in front of you in order to need to do to learn of what it is. Poshy, poshy, hey, poshy. Could you keep out that light? Okay, so the first thing I want to speak about, there's so many little things that mean nothing, okay, but mean so much in the big picture. When I show you a little picture, it's just a little picture that fits. I build things. I build things in the mathematical way to how we can have a concept. Like if somebody says, "What's an atom?" All I know is an atom to me is one piece of a totality of something. So I'm looking at, let's look at this one right over here. See this single, the only way to make this perfect triangle, okay, is to take two squares and go one square high, 2 by 1. The only way to square off this triangle, okay, or to mirror it, is to do the same thing. But if I square it off, I end up with a 4 by 4 area split. I get 2 over here and 2 above. So I have 2 and 2 is 4, and that'll be its square, the hourglass. Now I have the above and below image. So nothing is real until I make the first one, the second one, the above one, and its mirror. Now I got complete mirrors. And here's the center of the two, and this is where my ace is. Now that my ace is here, I'm going to have to do that upside down. And now I've completed it upside down, and this is one stage, but now it's not square anymore. It's square that it becomes square right over here at the halfway point. This side and then this side, mirroring each side. But I would have to duplicate this one more time. So we're going to take the camera off and put the camera over here. And if I want to do it quickly, I can do it on a picture, or I can actually take this design here, right? Make it move up over here and move this over here. And have I created this crisscross over here? And now let me see if I got this right. Take this here, this, and get this over here. And now I've got this circle, and this is perfect, and here's all my tentacles coming off on the other end. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I have 8 by 8, and now it's perfectly squared. And this is what my result is. Second part I want to talk about is the bracket. Now, does the bracket come to exactly the 60-second mark? Up and down, can I call this vertical height? Do I touch the end here? Should I have done it better like this and touch the end? The center of this is my 90 degree, 45 and 45, but the reality is 45 is the center of two parts. So when I remove the 9, the actual center is right over here between 36 and 36. From here to here 36, from here to here 36, or from here to here 36, leaving 72 in between, or 18 in between. 4 times 18, which leaves me with 32 and 40, which is the freezing point. I'm not going to talk about what 40 is yet, but this says the word love, and this says foxhole in the sun to the 90, which is your birth. 90 becomes 96. This is your center point. This is only one dimension. Remember, now we're going to jump onto something else. 1, 2, 3, 4 equals to 10. Then we add on the 5, and then we add on the 6. 5 and 6, this is where pi comes into the effect. 3.1415925 starts right over here. This will say, I'm not going to get into that. Just let's leave that for now. This will create 10, 15, 21. This one, all 10s become 6, because to me, this is 2 areas. One area here and one area here, which is dictated on the 10 card. Okay, the 10 card. There's your 10 card. 6 and 4, okay, is because we have the 4 on the outside and the 6 in the center, which will actually tell you 10-4, which is BC communication, becomes 16 and 4, all zeros equal to 6. This being purple, this being divided H and H, and I will show you that right now. I don't have that card on me. Just give me a second. I'm going to have to look for that card in here somewhere, which is right over here. Okay, we see that? This card over here. Here's your 1, 2, 3, 4, and here's your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this design, okay, is the same design. You see the Superman design in the center? This is the same design, okay, that connects your 17 and 20 in roulette. This becomes your 4 and your 6. BC communication. A and E create your O. This one will create your O as the 15th letter, equals to O, A, and E. Let's just skip over that. I'm just talking about a whole lot of jargon. When we add 1 plus 2 equals to 3, 3 is automatically the next number. It's a continuous, but at 4 it changes, creating 10. When we have 1, 2 equals to 3, and 4 equals to 7. Add the 5 here, it becomes 15. Add the 5 here, it becomes 12, which is left and center according to numbers. 1, 4, 7 is 12. 2, 5, 8 equals to 15, and gives you the LO. The 6 is added on here is 18. The 6 is added on here is 21, and this will take up inside roulette your 18 and 21 over here, your 17 and 20 over here, your 16 and 19 over here, and if you take a look, it looks like 808. This 808 will be the same thing that you see on the tombstone. I'm just trying to see if we can focus onto this. There we go. That is the tombstone right over here, 808. It also says Bob if you want to look at it another way. The last piece in this is the 7th inning stretch, 6.5 innings played, and you have 18 and 21 outs, 9 and 3. You're into Saturn. This is another piece of the gematria. If we took this as 7 grams, it would take 4 times your 7 grams to equal to the 28th cycle and to give me 1 ounce. Okay? In Spanish, they would go once, but then it would mean 11. So this is only 1 part. So I would have to go 1, 2, 3, and 4 parts in order to complete the 1 ounce. Now, 1 ounce is not alone. I need a minimum of 3 ounces. 3 times 28 equals to 60, and 24, the hour and the day. The seconds and the day, or 24 and 36 completes your 60 minutes. Remember, 30 is the half. You need to move over from this area space. I like to say that it's 28 and 28. 28 to this side, 28 to that side, 2 and 2. But since there's a 2 and 2, I always like to include the 1 in each of these, so it'd be 27 and 27 is 54. Plus 6 equals to your 60, and that's the passage for the sun. Hopefully you're leaving that somehow area to pass over here. I was just fooling around with this. It says LV and then B, which LV to me, which is WB, which is Warner Brothers, and showing me angle passage. See that B is actually angle, is what it's getting to. Now, I was all over the place in this video and not really happy with that. So I'm going to have to reflect and mirror this. The other thing about this is I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. And then I went 1, but I went 1 down in this area instead of 1 over. Like I could have put it this way, right? And went 7, 6, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I could have went 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 1 over here, and then through 7. And you would have on this side, you would have G on this side, and then T on this side, because that's what your letters are, which is 2 and 7 when a big red sun. The in-between over here would be 1, 1, 1, and also would reflect to the reverse. This is your 66. This is your 66. over here. And I don't really know. I'm just thinking of it right now. I feel like going fast. I think the video is a little bit too long already. And there's something else inside of here. If I want to do that again, okay, since this is down by the 6 side, this would be over by the 2 side. So this would be 22, 22, 66, 66, 6, 22, 6, 22, 6, 22. And that's what my, what's it called would be. And this would be 6 and 6 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3, 2 and 2 is 4, would be 3. It would be 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. And this would create eventually your A and your I, your 12 and your 7, 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 equals to this numeric value here, which will connect you to 6 times 2 equals 12, 6 plus 2 equals to 8. This will create 15 in Mars, which will create 6. This will create 3. This will also create 5. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals to 5, and 5, 7 is my moon. My moon in 8. Do you follow what I'm getting to? This also creates the cube inside the moon because 3 times 7 equals to 21. This also creates your A, B, and your G because this is the beginning of your piano. And the beginning of the piano, right, 1 and 2, if you want the flip side of this over here, you have to go to 7, 8, and 9, where 8 and 9 become 1 and 2 again inside the piano. Because 7 and gematria piano becomes A, G, A, B, starting again in the piano. So we'd have 7, 1, 2 on this side, and in between this first 1, 2, you would have 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, if you add up the total of 1 through 7, it equals to 28. But you remove the 7 and the 1 and the 2, you now have 18. 18, which is in between here, 18 in between here, and this other side over here. So you have 18 equals to 9, 7, 1, 2. Or take the 7 and the 1, 2, because we're flipping them over again. It becomes 9 and 10 equals to 19, and now you have A and I again. Did I do that too quick? All it is a number play. That's all I'm doing is playing with numbers. One last thing, and I will show this in the next video. 3 times 26 is 78. 6 times 26 is 156. 9 times 26 is vibration. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 by 2 is 12. 9 by 2 is 18. 6, 3, 9 when it's added. 6, 2, 8 when it's multiplied. Here is the sun. Here is the circle. Here is the heaven's angel. I do not know what it means, but 168 completes the week, the 724 hours, 724, which equals to your gateway. 7 times 2 is 140. 7 times 4 is 28. And that brings, if this is your gateway, this is your cycle. And eventually it will say Zion Israel inside this word. Said too much, very confusing, only for those who can really understand. And it's all about relationships. I probably shouldn't even upload this video. Sometimes they're just for me. Sorry if I used up your time, but if you did understand and you're getting into the game, thank you for joining me. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Welcome to the House of Paint.